Hey, so today we're going to be taking a hike from the town of Fira, which is where I'm staying, to the town of Oia, which is a town to the north in Santorini. And it's going to take about, from what I've read, like 2 hours to take the hike there. I'm currently in the caldera of Fira, walking along the edge, looking at the view. Very nice view. You can't go wrong with the views pretty much anywhere in Santorini. So that is the town midway through the hike. And there's going to be a rock that I think we're going to hike to as well, jutting right out from where the town is. So here's another nice viewpoint. We've gotten far enough away from Fira where we started to see it. So we are in the town of Emiravigli, halfway between Fira and Oia, and we are now heading down to Scaros Rock. So the path to the rock is very windy and there's a lot of descending. I imagine it's going to be hard to get back up once we're done checking out the rock, but it looks really cool so far. So getting closer to the rock here, and it looks like there's all these trail markers. Not sure why you would need trail markers. The trail's pretty obvious. But yeah, coming out to the rock gives you a good view of the other towns. So I'd say this rock means that I'm halfway through the hike. It is 10:50 right now, so that's good. It's before noon, so I don't yet have to worry about the afternoon sun. I really do want to hike from noon to 3 p.m. because that's when the sun is, you know, at its highest and hottest. I'd say this hike is not that strenuous, but with the heat, it could make it difficult. But anyone should be able to do this hike, really. And it's definitely worth it because of all these views. But definitely don't do it on an empty stomach like me. Right after I get down from this rock, I'm going back to Emiravigli and getting something to eat. So there's a fork in the road as you're going around the rock. You're gonna make a left here towards the water and see what's going on over here. More trail markers, it seems. And more steps I'm gonna have to go back up. And it looks like there's a church at the bottom. Is this church worth going down to and then hiking back up from? I don't know. So we committed to hiking down to this church that's in front of and below the rock. and let's see if it was worth all the work. So yeah, I think it was worth it. The view is really nice. What's also nice is that this church has some shade, so I could finally sit down and reapply sunscreen and drink some water. Yeah, and you're more surrounded by the sea at any point I've been to so far while here on Santorini. So yeah, it's time to head back up to the rock. So we're back up from the church and back to the base of the rock. It looks like as the trail goes up to the top, there's going to be some scrambling, climbing up ledges. You can see. So let's get up there. So it looks like, other than that short scramble, the path doesn't really go beyond here unless you want to climb up that crevice to the very top. But I'm happy enough with the view here. So I think that's been a good hike, and now it's time to go back to town. So I've walked through the entire town of Merovigli, and I realized that it's not really a town so much as it is a bunch of luxury resorts stuck together. In which case, I couldn't really find a place to eat. At least not a place to eat without desserts that cost 17 euros. So I walked that entire stretch, and it's just a desert, pretty much, of infinity pools. So if you're ever doing this hike from Fira to Oia, just eat before you start on your trip, because you can't rely on Merovigli to give you anything to eat. So I'm just going to continue the rest of the way, and maybe I'll find something along the road, but you'll see it's like pretty barren up until you get to Oia. So as I was walking down that path, I happened along this small cafe, which is a big relief because now I can get something to eat. I ordered a souvlaki with fries, and this was 10 euros, and this iced coffee, which was 3 euros. So the prices aren't, I mean, they're not great, but they're also not that bad, or at least as bad as some of the luxury restaurants in Merovigli. So I'm just gonna refuel and then head on down that way to Oia. Looks like we have looks like a natural table. More of these stacked rocks or trail markers. And right around the bend, looks like a main road with some more villas. Okay, so it looks like from that cafe, all you have to do is summit this one peak, and then it's all downhill to the town of Oia. So it was pretty strenuous for a little bit, but it looks like believe I heard some people say it's only 2.5 kilometers to the town. Hello. So we are in the town of Oia. I finally made it. I walked through the town once, but I wanted to walk through it again with you guys. It's currently 2 hours away from sunset, so it's starting to fill up with people coming out after the afternoon heat and probably wanting to find a spot for the sunset. So here is, like, I think the main Caldera Road. It certainly has good views, but then it starts to get busier with more shops. So there's still villas here, it looks like. It was more like a snack bar with more food. It looks like we have some more souvenir shops, lots of magnets and crosses because of all the churches, paintings. We have a restaurant here. Greek coffee is €2.50. Let's see. Mayonnaise or tuna salad baguette is €7. And main dishes like a chicken breast fillet is €16. So not the place I would usually get dinner, but that's not unheard of, I think, those prices. More souvenir shops. More restaurants. Let's see, €3 for an espresso and €17 for a beef burger. So right here we have what looks like a park or a square. This seems very useful because we've got these trees for a shade. Shade is definitely a currency in the afternoon heat. Looks like we have some selfie sticks. Seen a lot of those. A lot of Instagramming going on. Here we've got the fish massage. I've seen a lot of these in Thailand. You know you're in a touristy place if you see the fish massage. Hey, so we're about 10 minutes away from the sunset. As you can see, all the spots are pretty much taken all around. And the private properties have also started filling out darn you 1%. The catamarans and ships are also lining up for the sunset. And I would say even at about 30 minutes before the sunset, you could probably find a spot. It's not exactly the madhouse I thought it would be. But yeah, I think I'll take a few pictures, and I picked this spot because I like the bells and the flag, and we even can kind of see a church or chapel over there. So that's about it. I'll probably get dinner after this and then take the bus back to Fira. So that's the end of this day. I'll catch you tomorrow.